Dear Lord God, Heavenly Father, we would ask that we would put aside the cares and the worries of this world and concentrate on you. Help us, Lord, to see the wondrous things in your word, and that we may be doers and not just hearers only. Help us, Lord, to understand what you are saying to us today. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Mothers in the Bible. I'm hoping today to be able to encourage you if you're a mother, you if you're a father, and you if you're a husband, or if you're none of the above. I also hope to provoke your thoughts as to how you see relationships. You know, it's so easy when we read the Bible to think that it's a man's book. You know, Jesus and his 12 disciples. They have Samson and so on. But there is more to it than that. Let's have a look. You know, a mother in the Bible is probably one of the most honoured places that the Bible talks about. It's more than just a person. It's an institution. It's a way of God ensuring that there is fellowship and love. The influence of mothers in the Bible is extensive. We're not just talking about women in the Bible. We know there have been really great women. But we're focusing in today particularly on mothers. And the word mother or mothers appears in the Bible almost 300 times. Did you know that? Maybe not enough, probably just exactly the right time. And the word mother-in-law appears 11 times, but it's always in reference to Naomi, mother-in-law of Ruth, and Carolyn did a great topic on that a few months back. The phrase "and his mother was" appears 20 times in 2 Kings and 2 Chronicles. Now, Kings and Chronicles was the official record, the official history, the official transcript. I guess it would be Hansard today in its role as being a recording of the laws, and that appeals to me as an archaeologist. Why? Because as a historian, archaeologist, it tells us from the official records that mothers in Jewish society were important. We tend to think when you read the New Testament, some people say, oh, Paul hated women, and in Jewish society there was no equality for women and all this, that and the other. That's not what history teaches us. And the Bible tells us that in Jewish times, you know, the mother was very important. So much so that the phrase not only underlines the importance attached to mothers of kings, but the Queen Mother is more honoured than the Queen Wife. It'd be a bit like, well, you can sort of see it, that the Queen Mother in England to our Queen is much more honoured and venerated than, or was, than the Duke of Edinburgh. That may be because of his personality, but you know what I mean? There's a special role there for mothers. And so we're just going to have a look at it, some of the mothers in the Bible. Thanks. But before we do that, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a quiz.
Oh, yeah!
There's 10 questions.
Yeah!
Okay. And if you're someone and you like Tim Tams, I've got prizes. No, because you don't need to make it for mothers only. They're going to win anyway because they're the smartest. Isn't that right? Okay. All right. Number one. Number one, let me read it first. Known as the mother of mankind, she was the very first mother. One of those three. Who was it? You said it first. Eve. Well done. Have a Tim Tam. Okay, second one. The mother of Samuel. She prayed to God for a son and then gave Samuel back to serve him. Who was it? I wonder why you didn't do that one. Okay. The mother-in-law guided. Yes.
Naomi.
Well said.
Dive!
You can play.
Okay. The mother was very old when she had Isaac. Oh.
Oh,
She helped her son Jacob trick his father to get a blessing. Was it Sarah, Rebecca, or Rachel? Who was that? Who was that? You can't eat them, but you've got a husband that can. Okay. His mother saved his life by putting him in a basket and hiding him in the river. Well done. Now, here's the hard question of that one. It's a supplementary.
Mary.
What was the mother's name? What was Moses' mother's name? Did you get to say that?
Miriam.
Did you get one yet? There you are, got correct. Okay. Now we're not going to give a question for this one, a prize for this one. So I'm just going to make it sure that I got the right thing. And I know that even Don will know this. So Don too. Who's the mother of Jesus?
Mary.
Well done. The mother of John the Baptist.
Liz.
I heard Elizabeth first there. Oh, can't have a would-be one for all, huh? Oh, I've only got 9. Thought I had 10. That's right. The mother of Solomon.
Bathsheba.
You got it. You've already answered, haven't you? You got a prize? Okay.
Andrew answered.
Doesn't matter.
I'll
You've got to be
collect later.
intelligent to get a prize. And finally, the last one. The mother of Joseph.
Yeah.
You should have said which Joseph. Suppose you could have said which Joseph. You got a prize? Yeah, Benny. Okay, that was just a little bit of fun, but you can see we know all these stories, or generally know these stories, but we don't necessarily associate them with mothers and the important role that the mothers have to play in each one of those stories. Just think about it. All these stories here we tend to take for granted. Moses, for instance. How little do we know about the mother of Moses? But that was so significant. Her role was incredibly significant. So too often we look at the stories, and we take them in and we get the correct message from them, but we don't get the encouragement, I guess, that we should be getting from the role that people play in those stories. Let's have a look at some of them. First one, Sarah, the wife of Abraham. Now, Sarah was one of the most important women in the Bible. She was the wife of Abraham, who Abraham was the father of many nations. And she made her the mother of Israel. Yet Sarah was barren. She was 90, or over 90 when she had a child. She conceived through a miracle in spite of her old age. Happy New Year, Betty. Sarah was a good wife, a loyal helper, and a builder with Abraham. Abraham did not do it alone. There are stories there when he went in and around the nations that he was going through and the tribe and what he was doing. Sarah played a leading role. She was even passed off as Abraham's sister. You know, just to survive. Her faith, that she still believed in God and was able to conceive and have a child in her 90s, serves as a shining example for every person who has to wait on God to act. Think of this. You are told, and you're Sarah, you're going to have a child and you are going to be, along with Abraham, the mother and the father of many nations. And you reach a 90. wouldn't you be questioning God? She probably was. In fact, she was. And she even took matters into her own hands. But she realised at the end how good and great and faithful God is. So the lesson that we learn and the encouragement we learn from Sarah was that God keeps his promise. Mothers, if God tells you something, he will deliver. He will deliver. The next one, Rebecca, wife of Isaac. Now Rebecca, like her mother-in-law Sarah, was barren. All these stories about mothers, we tend to find that they're barren. There is a bigger message here through the Bible and mothers than we probably realise. Sarah was barren, and yet God delivered, gave her a child. Rebecca was barren. When her husband Isaac prayed for her, God opened Rebecca's womb and she conceived and gave birth to twin sons, Esau and Jacob. During an age when women were typically submissive, Rebecca was quite assertive. She was conniving. She was conspiring. She loved Isaac more than Esau. Jacob more than Esau. And she got Jacob to get the birthright, the number 2 person got the blessing. Actually, Sarah and Abraham's number 2 son got the blessing as well. Not the first, number 2, but we'll deal with that a little later on. Times Rebecca took matters into her own hands, and with disastrous consequences. But you know, we have a lesson here from Rebecca. That, you know, we are not necessarily, as mothers or as people, to sit back and do nothing. We are in partnership with God. We are there to make sure our children get the best, are put forth, are in God's plan. So, interesting. Another one that was barren. But God answered the prayer. And the child from a barren womb, once again, became important. Think about it. Think about that. How she must have felt. I'm never going to have a child. And don't forget her older sister, Leah, was there, probably, and she had children, but poor old Rebecca had no. She must have felt downcast, downtrodden. What am I going to be able to do? God opened her womb. Next one. Jochebed, the mother of Moses. I don't know why. I know it was because as an early age that my grandmother told me the name of Moses' mother. But I just love Jochebed. She is one of the 2 mothers in the Bible whom I just have great warmth for. Let me tell you why. You know the story of Moses. At the time when all the children were being killed, she had a son. She took him down the river, put him in the bull, the thing, hit him in the bulrusher sort of thing, and the princess found him and brought her up, but then went and got the mother to become the nursemaid of this adopted child, who was later on to be Moses, Prince of Egypt sort of thing. She knew she was breaking the law, but she couldn't have her child killed, her child die. She as a mother knew and understood the importance and preciousness of life. Sometimes we just take it for granted. So she had to abandon her. She had to abandon him. God knew, she just knew that God would deliver. Imagine giving away your child, not because of stigma or something else, but because you wanted him to be alive, only to have him handed back to you that you could bring up. You see, God's got plans for all our lives, and mothers know. And mothers know what they need to be doing for their children. And sometimes we wonder, will I do this? What does it mean? You'll never know what it means. Jochebed may have died by the time Moses became Moses, that we all know about. It doesn't matter. She did what she knew God wanted her to do. And God didn't let her down. A girl we met in China, she too was abandoned as a baby, a newborn. And we don't know, she doesn't know why she was abandoned. There was a policy back then that you could only have so many children, and so you had to kill them, destroy them, or whatever. So he was a mother that had this girl and put her by the side of the road, abandoned. Was it? We don't know why. A 50-year-old couple found her, took her in. It was a struggle for them because they had two sons. They already had two sons, which was the women, and an extra mouths to feed. This girl went to school, went to high school, got into university. First girl ever from her village to go to university. We had the pleasure to be able to give her a Bible that she could take back, and she was so thrilled, and parents were thrilled that they would have a Bible in the village. So you see, you don't know what happens. Why did this mother abandon this baby? We don't know, but we know that God even uses those dire circumstances to bring about His love, His will, His plan. Next. Hannah, the mother of Samuel the prophet. Hannah's story is one of the most touching in the entire Bible. Another one that gives away, but gets back. Like several other mothers in the Bible, she knew what it meant to suffer long years of barrenness. Long years of barrenness. Another barren woman. In fact, when I first did that quiz on the mothers, and I said, do you have any of them who were barren women? You'd all look at me blankly. Because I know I did. It was only as I went through and did all this something I realised, barren. What's going on here? What's the Lord saying? Is it about our lives? Our lives as people, as individuals before God? We are barren. We are useless. We are dead. But Jesus Christ gave us life. But let's have a look at Hannah. In Hannah's case, she was cruelly taunted by her husband's other wife. You haven't got a kid. You're no good. But Hannah never gave up on God. Finally, her heartfelt prayers were answered. She gave birth to a son, Samuel. Then did something entirely selfless to honour her promise to God. God favoured Hannah with 5 more children, bringing great blessing to her life. What she did, she gave Samuel away into the temple, for the prophets to look after, and Samuel became a man of God. We know about Samuel the prophet. See, God's got the thing already worked out. Mothers know. Mothers in the Bible are mothers like the mothers of today, suffer the same sort of angst, anxieties, and treatment. Next, Jochebed. Look my way. Bathsheba, the wife of David. You all know what happened there. She became the father of Solomon and so on. But Bathsheba was married to someone else. King David saw that she was a raving beauty. He said, I've got to have her. So he organised during a bit of a war, kerfuffle with her, to have him killed, the husband killed, so he could get with Bathsheba. Lust, adultery, murder. All the wrong things. Why would God bless that to happen? But even God takes the worthlessness of humanity turns it into something good. Solomon. And his wisdom and fame is world renowned. You know, think about it. Why would God honour a ratbag like David? And Bathsheba had nothing to do with it. But you know, your life, my life, I'm not a mother, you know, we make mistakes. We do things wrong. But God still loves us. And God will still get his message, his plan coming to fulfilment. An interesting thing, and Bathsheba would have distinguished on it being one of only five women listed in Jesus' ancestry. Bathsheba. Now, I know, you can argue, well, she was a beautiful woman. You mothers may see yourself as beautiful or not beautiful. But what the message there is that if you love God, no matter who you are, whether you're rich or poor, good looking or not good looking, God takes care of you. Next. Elizabeth, mother of John the Baptist. Barren in her old age. Just read it for yourselves. And that's what I'm hoping, that what we talk about here today, go home and look these women up in the Bible and read their stories. Once again, barren in her old age. Elizabeth was another one of those miracle mums in the Bible. She conceived and gave birth to a son. She and her husband named him John, as an angel had instructed. Like Hannah before her, she dedicated her son to God. I think we're getting a pattern here. We need to be dedicating our kids to God. And like Hannah's son, he also became a great prophet, John the Baptist. Elizabeth's joy was complete when her relative Mary, which was her sister, or sister-in-law, cousin, sorry. Visited her pregnant with the Saviour of the world. And we know that John the Baptist and Elizabeth's stomach jumped for joy. You know, who would have thought? Barren. Got no hope of having a kid, but it's going to be the forerunner of the Lord Jesus Christ, preparing the way. As a mother, who would have known that or thought that? Maybe she did. But she trusted God. She loved her kids. She looked after them. So we know the story of Elizabeth and John the Baptist, and there was Elizabeth's song in the Bible and all that. It tells us much about our relationship with God and how it should be. Next one. Salome, not the one that danced the 7 Baals and had John the Baptist beheaded, but Salome, the mother of James and John. You didn't know that James and John had a mother in the Bible, did you? You know, we all know about James and John, the sons of thunder, but we didn't know they were the sons of Salome. We think of them as the sons of thunder, sons of men, but we know more about Salome than we do about the father. But we really don't know it because we don't pay much attention or care to it. We just think that James and John were just a couple of disciples, but there's a great story about Salome. And she's like many of us who wants the best for their children, forces them forward to get the best. She'd be one of those mothers who, when the beauty contest was on, be putting them up there as little babies to make sure they win the awards. Or if they were at school, to make sure they got to be the school captains or the prefects or whatever it was. Let's have a look. Her sons were very close to Jesus. We think of her as an ambitious person. She was the one that pushed them forward and said to Jesus, grant that these, my 2 sons, may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left, in your kingdom. Hey, listen, Jesus, she knew where Jesus was going. You see that? She was pushing them forward because she knew. She really knew who Jesus was and what was happening. And she pushed her sons forward and said, make one sit on your left and one on your right. I don't care which way it is, but do it. And Jesus rebuked her gently and said, sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared by my Father. From that rebuke, she remained one of the most faithful followers of Jesus. And evidently she handed down a rich spiritual legacy to her sons. It was to her son John that Jesus entrusted his own mother at the end of it. He said, this is now your mother. Take care of it. So Salome changed from an ambitious, child pushing forward type mother to one who knew and understood what the kingdom was all about. So, if you have a tendency as a mum or a dad or someone to be a bit pushy, there's hope for you yet. There's a lesson there for all of us to learn. Know where you are before God. Know where you are in the relationship of Jesus. Be a good mum. Be a good mum. Next. These two are my next favourite mums. And grandmum. You know, it's interesting, the Bible talks about mums and grandmums. I don't know if it talks like the great-greats like Betty is. The three, you know. But the principle's the same. Why, as a kid, maybe as a teenager, I can't remember where, but I just love Eunice and Lois. Probably because when I look back, it's what my grandmother did for me. I became a Christian, you know, might have been as growing up, but my grandmother organised for me to go on a wet camp when I was about 16. I put up all the excuses under the sun why I wouldn't go. She'd make sure I got there. She'd been praying for me and all that. And it was at that camp that I really finally come to know the importance of knowing the Lord Jesus Christ. And I remember that day very vividly and very special. But let's have a look what happens here. The Apostle Paul writes to Timothy, I have been reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother Lois and in your mother Eunice. And I am persuaded it now lives in you also. Now the Bible tells us there's nothing more important than to train your child up in the way of the truth and to be taught the way of wisdom. So what we have here is a mother and a grandmother passing on the traditions of how to follow the Lord Jesus Christ, how to obey God through to their children. Grandmother, he reminds me of that ad on telly, you know, where they get the soup. My grandmother passed it on to my mother, and the boy, you know. Yeah, but it is. It's passing on the real truth, the real soup, and praying for them. Mothers, grandmothers, you don't give up on your children just because they're not your children, but your kids' kids, or kids. You have a job and a responsibility. Pray for them, care for them, nurture for them, give them the stories. Because if you're not going to give them, the parents may be just too busy to do so. We as a church, we as a people, believe in missionary work and evangelism. And we look at going across to China or wherever it is be in the world. But guess what? The Lord has given you your very own mission field. It's called family. It's called family. We have a responsibility to our grandchildren, to our great-grandchildren, to make sure that the message of the Lord Jesus Christ is passed on. A missionary may never ever come to them. A missionary may never ever come to them. But they have you as a grandmother or a grandfather, as a mother. Get that message across. Be like Lois and Eunice were to Timothy. And Timothy was only 15 when he went off on his missionary journeys with Paul. Your prayers for your kids and your grandkids are vitally important. Remember, prayers made barren fruitful. Prayers made faithfulness pass on. When we were in China as well, as I mentioned before, once before, a couple of the students come up to us on a pretext of teaching us how to use chopsticks and wanted to know what our faith was, what we do. We said, yes, we read the Bible. And one of them said, this grandmother had gone through, you know, the tyranny of the communist era, but the mother still remained faithful, and she was passing on what she knew about the Lord Jesus Christ to her grandchildren, despite tyranny. And that, for that child, that young student to make that comment, my grandmother reads the Bible too, tells me it meant something to her. You might say to yourself, I just read the Bible. It's only for my benefit, my edification. No, the practices, the things that you do, get into the kids' minds. And they wonder, if my grandmother's doing that, why shouldn't I? We have a responsibility to pass that on. Thanks. Naomi, Ruth's mother-in-law. Yeah, mother-in-laws I mentioned there. Naomi had with her a faithful daughter-in-law named Ruth, who decided to follow her while Orpah, I should say, her other daughter-in-law, chose to go back to Moab. Ruth marries Boaz, and they have a son whom Naomi cares for, and so the women of the town say Naomi has a son, to do with importance, who later became the grandfather of David. Okay? And so we have that. There's a great story in Ruth, and Naomi, probably it's called Ruth, but in reality, maybe the central figure really is Naomi. But here we have a mother-in-law. So mother-in-laws are important. Mother-in-laws are important. We hear lots and lots of mother-in-law jokes, and everyone. But mother-in-laws have the same importance in the Bible as mothers. Actually, in China, and you go back to the dynasty setup, mother-in-laws are actually more important than the mother of a son. So there is a special place for mother-in-laws in the Bible. Read about Naomi. Next, you see, not all women in the Bible that there were mothers out of the traditional realm. We had a mother-in-law. Okay? We had a grandmother. This time, we've got a concubine, a maidservant who becomes a concubine. The angel of the Lord found her by a spring of water in the wilderness, and the spring on the way to Shur, and he said, Hagar, maid of Sarah, where have you come from, and where are you going? She said, I'm fleeing from my mistress Sarah. The angel of the Lord said to her, return to your mistress and submit to her. The angel of the Lord also said to her, I will so greatly multiply your descendants that they cannot be numbered for multitude. And the angel of the Lord said to her, behold, you are with child, and shall bear a son. You shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord has given heed to your affliction. He shall be a wild ass of a man, his hand against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell over against all his kinsmen. We know about the promise of Abraham to Isaac and what God had said. We do not tend to reflect and realise that a similar sort of promise was done to Hagar and her son Ishmael. And as we read the Bible, we find not only were the Jews a blessed nation, but also the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, are also a blessed nation. And they had promises made to them. And Galatians chapter 4 will tell you more about that. But the reality is this. We have a lady who got badly mistreated by Sarah because she had a son to Abraham, because Sarah wanted that. As soon as she had the son, Sarah suddenly hated her and everything else, and all those things of dynasty and all those silly little movies you see come into form. But God still honoured her. And our relationship today, as we look at the Jews, we tend to hold them in a special and significant place, and that is correct and that is true. But we also ought to also realise that the Arabs, the sons of Ishmael, also have a special place and a special state and a special being. It's a matter of what they've done with it later on. The difference between being an Ishmaelite and a follower of Muhammad is a difference. But they are blessed as well. And what we get out of this is that even if you are raped, not that this was raped, but mistreated as a mother, God still looks after you. God still has a place for you and for your son. Hagar was about to walk away and leave Ishmael to die. But God said no. So no matter where you are in the world, no matter where you are in your family, no matter where you are in your relationship, no matter how bad, how good, remember one thing. God loves you. And God honours mothers. So, Father, we say thank you, Lord, for what we can learn about mothers in the Bible. We pray and ask, Lord, that indeed we shall be encouraged and blessed by learning about the mothers in the Bible. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.